One, two, three, Cancun.
It is Saturday, and you get to see Sosa, Rex, and the Spin Doc live coming at you 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast. West Coast people 6:30. If you're up with us, let us know in the Twitter chat, and the YouTube chat will definitely shout you out. But this is the first of the two episodes basically coming at you back to back live. A little intermission. I don't know. We're Broadway today. We'll take a little intermission for you, add some new guests coming in for the next one. But right now, we got Daily Bread with Sosa and Rex. Spin Doc is joining us today because we're just talking about the two NFL games coming up at you. We got the Bengals and the Titans, and then we got the 49ers versus the Packers. So Spin Doc's team doesn't play till tomorrow. Sosa's got one rolling today. I'm chilling at home on the golf course. But as usual, the show is powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Check the banner out below. Make sure to give that a follow and hit us up for the weekend deal. As usual, you already know what's coming at you live there. We're live on at Daily Bread Media on Twitter. Give us a like and retweet there, and make sure on YouTube, we already know you're subscribed. Hit the like button for the show. Really helps us out. We got a giveaway coming once we hit 1,000 subs. We're giving away $250. So we're just about 50 away. So make sure you get your people there. But YouTube, the best way to be featured and end the show with us. We already got the chat rolling. Spin Doc, how you doing today?
A little tired. Just finished up a 4-day bender in Vegas. Got back yesterday, but it was profitable. It was fun. And yeah, ready to keep this train going. Ready to keep this money train rolling, man.
Sosa.
Good morning. Good morning, all. How are y'all feeling today?
I like
Good
the way
look.
Goose said it. That's the best way to put it. I woke up feeling pretty dangerous. Goose will be joining us in the next show after the intermission.
Unfortunately, I'm not built to quote Baker Mayfield before 10 a.m. Can't do it.
I mean, just because you drink rum before noon, it makes you a pirate, not an alcoholic.
Whoa. Kahlua is not rum. Okay, it's simply coffee. All right. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, today I'm excited, man. Got football on. Got some really A1 organizations playing professional football against each other, and I'm elated to view. I don't know about y'all.
It's gonna be fun.
Should be a wonderful day.
One of the best gambling days of the year, low key, because you got the full college hoop slate, like we keep hinting to. That'll be coming up on at Paid for Play, same YouTube channel with us three plus Steven and Goose. And then you got NFL Wildcard Weekend, and you got the Premier League, Serie A, NBA, Australian Open, NHL. If you want to bet, there's and we got UFC fights tonight. There's legitimately, I think baseball is the only thing you can't bet on today. Is the KBO going on, Spin?
You're on mute.
I believe there's it's either KBO or Japanese baseball.
Okay, so yeah, go jump over to there. Got some ponies running today too, so it's a Saturday.
And
it's a bad day to be a beer, and it's a bad day to be a bookie. That's the best way to put it.
And if all else fails, there's always table tennis.
Yep.
All right. We got about 50 to 60 people rocking with us. We know it's bright and early, so if you're coming at us later on in the day, don't worry. The games don't kick off till later. Let's get it hot and start it with the Bengals at the Titans here. I think Sam's officially infected me big time because the Joe Burrow hype train won't stop rolling here. Will they go in and upset the number one seed today? That's going to be the storyline. I mean, we were joking around on Sunday morning quarterbacks with Chuck. The mantle has been passed to Joe Burrow. He's the new young guy coming up. 4-point dogs, 47.5 point spread or total here. Sosa, what we liking from a total perspective before we break down the sides?
I think the game will have points, but I don't know how many will be on what side. So I'm actually, my initial take on this is I like the under. That's just me. 47.5. The Bengals don't perform anywhere near as well offensively on the road as they do at home. They're also playing a team that's very good on the interior on the defensive line. So my expectation is a lower scoring game.
Yeah, I don't really have a take on the side. If you gave me a free play, I would probably put it on the over, but it's not something that I'm going to argue and say if somebody wanted to bet the under, I'm going to argue against you. If I was looking to play this one, I actually might look at Tennessee's team total over as to isolate it there, just because of what Sosa mentioned about how you don't really know what scoring team you're going to get with the Bengals on the road. And, all my plays today, I know we were talking about how, the mantle's been passed to Joe Burrow. Look, I'm the biggest Joe Burrow fan that there is. He is my rock star in a very high dollar value fantasy keeper league. So this is no indictment on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is going to play his ass off. It's a whole bunch of other things that I'm concerned about, not Joey B. But so for me personally, I would go probably a smallish bet, like a half unit or something like that, on Tennessee team total over. And if you gave me a free play, I would play the full game over. But again, if somebody wanted to bet the under, I think there's indicators both ways. It's not something I would talk you out of.
What's the word on Derrick Henry?
Activated, ready to go.
He's in. He'll play.
Ready to go.
What do you expect from him, though?
I expect them to give him the ball as much as he can handle it. So as long as he's not.
All right, Switzerland.
No. If I had to pick a number, I would say 16 to 18 carries, touches.
Okay. No, that's much better.
He getting 25 of them bitches.
You think they're going to rock him that?
You're damn right. You're damn right. Listen, running backs don't get paid. He got his money. There's a reason why he rushed back to play, or people think he rushed back to play. The thing I love about what Tennessee did with this, they were very, 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 very quiet about everything. He got the surgery, and you never heard anything about Derrick Henry until he's coming back. We weren't hearing on ESPN updates because they weren't giving any updates. We didn't know where his rehab. He could have been good to go a couple weeks ago, for all we know.
Well, and
they just kept winning.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I personally think he's out there. They're gonna ride the mule that he is. He's been the offense. He is the offense. I also think that his presence on the field just changes the way you line up. It just period. I think that today Derrick Henry, and I think also the play action pass game is back today. I mean, the play action pass game has been trashed because their targets have been hurt, and no one's playing Nicholas Westbrook-Akina to do anything. They're not playing the guys who stink at receiver anymore. Julio and A.J. Brown are about as healthy as you're ever going to get them. I'm expecting that play action pass game to be back. I think Derrick Henry is going to be Derrick Henry. That's my expectation.
No,
and that's what leans me into liking the under with you, Sosa's. If you're expecting Henry to get just 20-plus touches, even though how explosive and the Bengals can hit you for that big play, the Titans are controlling the clock here. That definitely tends towards an under that could get killed due to late game scoring. Let's talk sides, Spin.
Yeah, I just want to get just one more quick point about the under, or about the total. What you guys were talking about, I see in the number of carries that I had thought that Henry might get would actually lead me to the over, because I think that they would actually use play action more. And so give Henry a healthy workload, but then in the rest of the situations, use him as a decoy, just because Ryan Tannehill, his passer rating in play action is 100 career-wise, 114.1. Non-play action, 89.4. So now that Henry's back, like Sosa said, you have that option. So I would see them giving him a healthy amount of touches, 15 to 18, like I said, and then using the rest to set up play action for Brown and for Julio. So, but for the side, this is Titans 100%. I actually am looking at, I would actually, and I'm for sure comfortable giving out Titans minus a 3.5. I will also give out Titans minus 7.5 at plus 165. So it exceeds the touchdown threshold, but it's got a lot more value, I think, than just the straight 7. So I personally think Titans win by double digits here pretty easily. And again, I know it's probably sounding like, I'm saying, wow, fuck Joe Burrow. Again, Joe Burrow will do his part all year. Even when the Bengals have gotten clapped, Joe Burrow has done his part. So this has nothing to do with Joey B. This has to do with, in my opinion, a team that has gone about as far as they can go for their first playoff appearance in however many years. The other thing that in his career, Mike Vrabel, off of a bye of any sort, 8-0. 8-0. And most of the wins, not particularly close either. Not particularly close. The man has his team prepared. So I think that the waters are too strong today. That's just my opinion for the Bengals. They'll be back next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. The Bengals, to me, are a team on the rise. So I have no doubt we'll be talking about them in rounds beyond this in future years, just not this year.
Wow. You just broke Rex's heart in like 10 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry.
So it's more of the beat, just getting the first playoff win off that high. You saw them going nuts. Maybe that was kind of like, I don't want to call it their Super Bowl, but this is a huge letdown spot from it. I just think this Bengals defense can do enough to keep it close and keep it within one score. Your plus money touchdown play, I like how you're going for that route, because 4-7 in this game, it probably won't really matter when it comes down to it, because I think the Bengals either win outright or the Titans smoke them. I don't think it's going to be a close field goal walk-off game, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Oh, man. I'm glad you said it, Spin Doctor, so that I didn't have to do it, because everyone's talking about Joey B, and everyone should know that we love the guy. He's amazing. There's no question. Last week, Darius Philon didn't play. Very, very, very talented interior defensive lineman who've been playing at a career high level alongside Max Crosby. He didn't play last week. It affected the way they rushed the passer. It affected the way they played defense. This Tennessee Titans team has 4 guys with at least 8 sacks, including one of the best interior linemen who didn't make an all-pro team somehow. I have no idea how Jeffrey Simmons was not an all-pro this year. What CC single-handedly was a standout all season long, right? I think this Tennessee team is ready to go. They have everyone that they need healthy at the right time. And I think that this is where it's time for them to just, do their job. Mike Vrabel's going to have this team ready to go. I like the Tennessee Titans today to win 27-17. I think it's something along those lines. And it's no disrespect to Joe. It's no disrespect to what they have on that side of the ball. They're going to be a very good team coming. I just don't think that their defense or their offensive line are fully equipped to go against what Tennessee brings to the table.
So I got 1 point, and then we'll break down props, and then we'll give out our full card. So we got about 3 minutes left in this game before we switch over to the next one. I hear you guys. I don't want to trust Tannehill laying points, because even if Henry isn't 100% and does look a little rusty out the gates, sure, he is a back that grows with the touches. So you see him, once he gets more than 10 plus touches, that's when he gets most effective, when he wears down the line. So if Henry isn't able to execute that game plan, and we get the very mediocre Tannehill, which shows up more often than not, even with the weapons that he has, I'm still going to be rocking with the Bengals. I just can't trust Tannehill. That's kind of more where it comes down to. And sure, this is Burrow's second big game. I mean, he's just built it in these big game spots. I think he's going to keep them fighting to come the end of it. And I like Sosa's point of the Titans pass rush, but I just don't or their pass rush to get to the quarterback. I'm just not going to trust their cornerbacks here with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I just think Joe has too many weapons, and he'll be able to get the points there. All right, props. Who wants to start it off with some quick hitters on the props? Give us like 1 or 2 sentences on each.
A.J. Brown over 74.5 yards receiving. I think he's got plenty of looks. I think the play action pass is back today. I expect A.J. to catch a couple over the top, and I don't expect I have no doubts. Like I said, I have no doubts in this Tennessee Titans team. 74.5 for A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown anytime touchdown as well. Those are my 2 favorite plays, props in the game.
Yep. I'll go a few higher plus odds ones. The 2 FTDs that I like are Derrick Henry at plus 450, and then A.J. Brown at, what was he? He was at plus 900 right now. I also, if you want a plus money flyer, I also wouldn't mind taking A.J. Brown 2+ touchdowns at plus 750 for all the reasons Sosa mentioned. Is Derrick Henry being back allows Tannehill to be in play action, whereas I mentioned before, he has a lifetime passer rating of 114. Without Derrick Henry, you turn him into more of a pocket passer. So when they've run play action, A.J. Brown, and when they have Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown's metrics compared to when they don't are the split is incredible. So anything A.J. Brown, I think you can play. And I think that you can probably also look to I don't love Julio Jones receptions prop. It's 3.5 at minus 125. Has been the case recently with Julio. I get concerned if he'll even make it through the entire game, especially if the Titans starting to open it up. Will they save him for next week? So I think you can maybe put a little bit on that over 3.5, but wouldn't bet the farm. But the plus money ATDs and FTDs would be where I would go with this one.
All right, so those are your 2 official cards for it?
Yep.
I also officially like the under. That's, like I said, that's a play that I think is the best one. I have it just under too. I told you my final score 27-17, and I'm being generous with Cincinnati because I think they're going to make life hell for my guy today. Also the anytime touchdown for Jamar Chase at plus 130. I do like that, given the value. He didn't get in the end zone last week. I do think that Joe Burrow, we've seen that he is elite pre-snap. There were 4 times where he got single coverage against Jamar Chase in the second half last week. He threw it to him every time. That lets you know the processing pre-snap is elite. I give him that. There's no question. He's going to get a couple of shot plays against his secondary, and the secondary is light in the back. There's no question. This team is predicated on their front 4 getting pressure and their interior alignment eating up the run game. So my expectation, I do think Jamar Chase will have a good game, win or lose. But I don't think that they're going to have that many big plays. He might get 1, but I can't see it. Tennessee does a really good job of, again, keeping it in front of them, and they neutralize your run game with their interior alignment.
Yeah, and the only other ones that I wanted to add for this one were I will add under 16.5 rushing attempts for Joe Mixon. Reason being is because if you think that Tennessee is going to be playing from ahead all game, Mixon has only averaged about 17 carries a game anyway, even in games where the Bengals have succeeded. So they have not been giving him the ball, especially after that leg injury at the end of the Denver game a few weeks back. They haven't been giving him the ball 20 times a game since then. So if you think Tennessee is going to be playing with the lead, and if you think Tennessee has a good shot to cover, Joe Mixon under 16.5 would make sense. You can also correlate that with Joe Burrow over passing attempts as another one. That's not an official one. The only other one that I wanted to give, though, as official is I've done this a couple times this year, and I've actually had some good success with it, is parlaying both quarterbacks to throw an interception. So right now, Tannehill is at minus or plus 105, and Burrow is at minus 120. So you can get about plus 230, plus 240 on that one. I like both quarterbacks to throw a pick quite a bit actually today.
All right, so you're both rocking with your Titans. You both got your spreads there. I'm just splitting the half unit on the +4, minus 110, and the money line at plus 180, and I'm going to be rocking with the Bengals and my man Joey B.
I will say, though, is that of all the 4 NFL games this weekend, this is probably going to be the one that I have the least total amount of money in on for me.
Rex heard us say everything, and he said, "Fuck you guys."
Hey,
All
right, I bet my own money. I can make my own decisions. You guys are great. I hope the chat listens to you. If you want to be a little crazy and not listen to the two guys who spent a lot more time capping this, I just think the hungry dog runs faster. As simple as that. I like to be on the opposite side of last point spin, public and sharp. Where are they at? And then we'll get to the next game.
Yep. So right now for the total, it opened at 46.5. It's at 47.5 now. 68% of bets 95% of money are on the over. So sharp action, big money, pretty much everything is coming in on the over here. And then on the spread, it's pretty much Titans all the way. Open at 2.5, now gone to 3.5, 4 in some places. So you eclipse the field goal threshold.
Yep.
61% of bets, 82% of money. There's actually there's indicators that there's multiple sharp syndicates that are all over the Titans at 2.5, at 3.5, even up to like 4. So.
All right. That's the money report from Spin there. Let's get to Sosa's Niners versus the Packers. Spin, do we just drop him and give him the big screen? He hasn't had the big screen in a while.
Give it to him. Preach.
Hey, guys. Sosa the Locksmith here. I just want to be the first to say that the Green Bay Packers are an A1 organization. They got a superstar quarterback, 2 good running backs, an all-pro cornerback back today, some guy named Zadarius Smith. It's always the ones with the apostrophe in their names that are like really good. Man, they got a really good team over there in Green Bay. My team's traveling up north to try and get a win. It's going to be interesting. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. I think it should be a competitive ball game, and I really do believe that we have a good chance of competing in this one. Because that's why you go out there to compete. And I say all that to say that remember when Aaron Rodgers went and played the Chicago Bears, and he was yelling to the crowd how he owned them. Well, the thing about Aaron Rodgers is he knows we own him. We've owned him in all the big games. He might win a game in the regular season, but when it comes for the money, he fucks it off every goddamn time. So, hey, listen, if you're donating your money to the sportsbook today and you're picking the Green Bay Packers, I hope you play them on the money line and all your fucking parlays lose. I hope that you bet your money on Aaron Rodgers, and after the game, you say these exact words. Fucking took my money again. Every time. It's just the way of the world and the way things go. Obviously, I sound like a completely biased dickhead because I'm a Niner fan. And it's okay. And I'm okay with that. Win or lose, I'm a rock with my team. Why would I be worried about a defense that's given up 6 yards per carry on outside runs in the last 6 weeks? Why the fuck would I worry about a cornerback coming back who's never going to cover my best receiver? Why would I be worried about Zadarius Smith, who hasn't taken contact in months? Like, they probably won't even play. But hey, it sounds good because when your defense has been hot ass all season and you haven't beaten any good teams whatsoever outside of a game where you needed 2 perfect throws from Aaron to beat us. Again, I know everyone's going to tell me these words. They play good at Lambeau. We do too. That's all I got.
So all the run it back games The only way to go against you, so it's just so far we've seen in the playoffs, the favor has covered easy. We got 5.5 here, so you got under.
Hold on. Wait. We won.
Did you not? Did you play the Cowboys this season?
Yes.
Shit, my bad. Because I was gonna say the Bills smoked them, the Bucks smoked them.
Oh no, we didn't play them.
Rams smoked them. That's what I'm saying. During this season, the games where you had the run it back scenario, the Chiefs smoked them. Like the favorites covered easy.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried about this defense like at all. I'm not worried about this defense at all. They've been paper mache all year, and we're gonna continue to show people that we can shred them. It won't be difficult at all.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Spin, what you got on this
yeah,
game?
enough of my fan side. Enough of me sound like a fan, because obviously, like, people come for information. I give great information, but no one's going to really listen to me today because I'm a Niner fan. So
yeah, if you're not going to listen to the fan, you probably should listen to the sharps in the action here, because it's highly centered on the 49ers. You got only 43% of the money, but you got 65% of the bets. The money has moved. It's especially at 5.5. So it started open at 4.5. Now went to 5.5. Everything basically, it's your classic situation where the public is on the chalk and the sharps are on the dog. So I won't belabor the point that Sosa put so eloquently. I am on the 49ers very, very easily here. I am actually very, very close to being on the 49ers to win the game outright. And that's also not the fan in me that wants to host the NFC Championship. And that's just a little preview for what the game we're going to talk about tomorrow, when we handle business and bitch slap, but we'll get to that tomorrow. So, 49ers for me here. For as far as the total goes, I think that this game probably stays just slightly under. It opened at 47.5. It's been holding there. It's another one. It's like the Titans and Bengals, where if you gave me a free play, I'd probably play the total, but it's not something that I'm looking to actively play. Niners +5 for sure is.
All right. So last week I made the one-on-one battle with Gannon versus Brady. Your one-on-one battle here is going to be Joe Barry versus Debo. Barry's prides himself on the linebackers. So he's going to have to be able to scheme and have his linebackers ready to be able to get Debo, because that's been the biggest game changer and X factor is where they line him up. They just put him in the most advantageous situations and scenarios each time, and he just makes them pick. So until they can scheme that, is Joe Barry able to do it? That's my biggest question of this game. And if you guys want a crazy prediction, Deebo Samuels will lead the NFL in rushing this weekend.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
Listen, listen, fan stuff aside, all right? I love the offensive scheme that we have against this defense. One thing about this defense, they don't like to tackle. They have one guy that's gotten all the tackles and made the all-pro team because he's the first guy they see 6 yards down the field. That's why he got all pro. He had to clean up every play. The defense was not good. Like I said, the scheme is what it is for me. We have an offensive line that's just dominant, and we understand the system. I think Jimmy can make the ancillary throws. And listen, everyone keeps bringing up this bullshit about him not being able to play in the cold. Grew up in Illinois, bro. This isn't the first time he's playing in the cold. All that bullshit about
gets pretty cold.
Right. He played it he played college ball in Illinois. Like, he went to the same school as Tony Romo.
Yeah, EIU.
Yeah. So yeah, like, why are people bringing that up? He's never played in the cold. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, he hasn't started a playoff game in the cold? Yeah, okay. But he's played in the cold his whole fucking life. Why is that? That's not a concern. And all he's got to do is be elite at the one thing he's really elite at, handing the fucking ball off. Maybe if he does a good job of that, he'll be fine. Be fine. Just don't go doing dumb shit. That game looked close last week because Jimmy allowed it to look close. Every single detrimental play that was made by the 49ers was made by Jimmy Garoppolo. He threw a pick. He didn't wait a second to snap the ball on a QB sneak like a jackass. Made us have to give the ball back to Dallas. You know, like, as long as he doesn't shoot us in both feet, we'll be fine. Like I said, it's not, and it's no disrespect to Green Bay. They have a very good football team. And I also think this is another small factor for me. I think that I can see LaFleur getting in his own way today.
I can see last year.
I could see but I can see it the other way. See, all Dallas had to do last week to stay in the game was run the ball. They didn't. Kellen Moore got in his way, and he wanted the quarterback to make throws when he didn't have to do that. That's the reason. That's the real reason the Cowboys got smoked last week. We rushed for the entire second half. We didn't blitz once, except for 1 4th down when we brought zero cover. That's it. The entire half, we just were like, we knew Kellen Moore was going to try to make the quarterback the guy. I think that Matt LaFleur gets into a situation today where he tries to appease too much to Aaron Rodgers when he could just run the ball at us and won't. And because of that, it'll cause the pass rush to get home, or it will make Aaron Rodgers throw a deflected pass, his receiver drop some shit where we get a pick. That's just my expectation. We get after him every single time we play, no matter who's on the D-line. The last 6 weeks, we pressure the quarterback. We had one guy get 7 pressures against Dak Prescott last week, and no one even was talking about him. Contavious Street, like we get after the quarterback no matter who's on the D-line, and we don't have to blitz to do it. I love the makeup of my football team, and I believe that we handle business today. I really don't think it'll be as close as people think either, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. To me, this is a 49ers have the ball last, kick a game-winning field goal. Maybe they're down by a point or two, or maybe it's tied somewhere in that range. But I still see this as a 1 to 3 point game either way, where basically whoever has the ball last is the one that's probably going to win the game. The one prop that I do want to give out is, and this is on DraftKings right now, it's a little juiced, so you might want to wait to see if you can get another yard or two tacked onto it, so you can get those just standard minus 110. Jimmy Garoppolo under 231.5 passing yards at minus 120. Reason being is because I do think that the 49ers can really control the ground and control the clock. Jimmy G has a strained shoulder. It's not going to give him any restrictions today, but for the number of passes that he's probably going to have to throw to get to that, I would think, to me, that would lead to a game where the 49ers are just getting smacked and they have to throw all game. It's probably not going to, he's probably not going to have to throw enough if the game script goes as I think it's going to go to get to that number. So under 231.5 passing yards. And there's actually not a ton of 49ers receiving props that I like because I think the lines are pretty sharp, but there are a few on the ground that I like a lot. Go
ahead. Elijah Mitchell over 80.5. That's what I got it at for the game. Rushing yards. That's a hit right there. Like I said, I believe that this 49ers team is just equipped to beat anyone. We play our style, and you can't change it. Like, we were down 17-0, and we didn't even change up the way we play. We didn't say, Jimmy, you got to make a bunch of we just kept running the ball. That is the difference between our team and other teams. We play our game all the time. Elijah Mitchell over 80.5. I love it. I also like Debo's receiving and rushing combined.
Oh, you took my play.
I combined.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was doing because I made the Debo to have the most rushing yards this weekend. So what's it at? So what were you rocking with?
I'm trying to find the number.
I got 98.5 on my book.
I got 93.5 on mine at minus 114.
Oh.
Debo over 93 on FanDuel right now. Over 93.5 minus 114.
Perfect. I'll go. I was just looking at the offshores. Perfect. I'll load up FanDuel. 93.5 minus 114 rushing plus receiving for Debo. Yes. Yes.
And DraftKings are dicks because they don't even have it up right now.
Oh yeah, it's some other shit.
Cool. Against
yeah.
each other in the one game, on the one on the next one where we don't even talk about it. So I like that angle there.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up, you goose.
the guy and also the running back that I actually like today to perform well for Green Bay is AJ Dillon. I think AJ Dillon is going to perform well today. I think 40 yards is. I think he gets to 40 yards. Again, my biggest worry is for Green Bay fans and Green Bay is that their coach will get in his own way. He will try to make sure he appeases Aaron Rodgers, and that will cost him in this game. Instead of sticking to what you're great at or what can be effective against the 49er defense.
Any last words?
Faithful to the Bay, man. Niner Nation, we got it. It's gonna be a wonderful Saturday.
I know we're hyping up the college hoop show in a half hour or in 20 minutes. Tomorrow, our main man Chuck will be joining the three of us for both games. So Sunday morning quarterbacks, 1 p.m. tomorrow. When you're usually watching football, since the games don't start till 3 Eastern, you can have the best pregame show out there with the four of us. Make sure to be checking out Kingdom Cast if you want a pure Chiefs perspective to grill Chuck in here. We watch it, so we might have some questions ready.
Get it, grill Chuck like a steak. But yeah, man, appreciate everyone. Let's cash some tickets today. Derrick Henry's back. What am I missing? Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
It ain't gonna matter.
That's all I got. That's all I got there. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday.
Give us a like. We'll throw up the waiting room in 3 minutes. So hop over there for the paid for play college show. Deuces.